Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a map which I knew I had to review the moment I saw it, because occasionally there's a map that comes along that just takes your breath away. You're not expecting it and it takes your breath away. This actually isn't that map, but a couple of years ago this creator released a map that did exactly this. Blew me away. So, let's face it, I'm just a fanboy. I'm a fanboy of this creator. So, when they release something, I'm on it. I'm on it, even if it turns out to be a pile of trash, which it isn't. Speaking of trash, do you like supporting trash? Well, here's how you do it. That's right, clicking that like button really does support this pile of trash, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Cold Spring by nikolavrj Jr. Yes, if you remember Windy Plateau, that was the map. And oh, what a lovely map that was. Let's have a look at the start square. There we go, intricate little start square. Enough buildable space to get started. The map has got a lot of space, so look at that, right in the middle of the map. Once you get out the start square, you can really start exploding. Resources are strong and located in specific positions, so it's easy to see what you're doing. And if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it's actually quite an intricate looking map. I like that. It's got everything. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, no DLC required today, so that will please those of you that don't have any DLC. Makes obvious sense, really. And there's not much of a write-up, but there is a one-click collection. Now, there is a custom theme for today's map. It's the Cold Spring theme by nikolavrj Jr. And it's quite a nice one as well. Choice of between two LUTs of the dark green and the overcast or something. Rain day. Rain day. I went with the dark green LUT. There's some custom roads in here as well. And, trying to think what else there was. There was something I was going to tell you. Oh, catenary replacer. We'll get to that in a moment. Right, okay, off at the edge of the map. Now, it has got highways, this map. This is the national road that's coming in from one direction. We will get to highways, so if you need highways, this has got highways. Okay. And also look at the theme. Look at the theme, the way it makes everything just strong and bold and classy. I like a bit of class. Yes, the catenary replacer mod is listed as a requirement, but there's no instructions for it. So I have we're going to have a really lovely, classy little road over a rail bridge here as well. Very neatly done. Yeah, there's no instructions, so I don't know if that means we're supposed to have the catenary switched off, or whether we're supposed to have a custom catenary, or whether it's just an optional. Sometimes you see these requirement mods, like the 81 tile mod requirement. Well, not really. It's recommendation. So I don't know if this is a recommendation mod, or we're supposed to have the catenary switched off, or what. Lovely little tunnel entrance there, by the way. So I don't know. But what I do know is that I've just left it. I am subscribed, but I just left it. Very nice intersections today, very sweeping intersections. The lane merging arrows isn't to my taste. I do like it when they're actually, the straight on lane there could have been pointing straight on. I know it causes havoc with the in-game traffic, but I think it looks prettier. And then you can always use Traffic Manager to fix it later if you've got that. Next intersection's a very pretty one as well. You do actually get access to all of the directions here. It doesn't look like you do at first, but think about it, you do. The only thing I don't like about it is the humpbacked bridge. This is one of those bridges that, remember when you were out on a Sunday drive and your parents would say, hold on to your breakfast, because they knew it was going to be one of those bridges that made your stomach go up into your lungs. Yeah, that's one of those bridges. Like to see it possibly a little bit leveled down, or some work done with that one anyway. And nothing wrong with the bridge, it's just, especially because it's a highway bridge. Had it been not a highway bridge, something a little bit more more local, a little bit more local bridge, then we may be a little bit of a humpback, probably, but not with traffic going at top speed. Road under rail, which is always good to see. Yeah, we've got a very polished creator. How would I describe this map? I would say that this is going to be one for the big city build. This is one for a big city builder. There is obviously a list of requirements, so not a low PC map, and little intersection there to get you started as well. It's actually just over the river from the start square intersection, which is just, hang on, let me just show you. I'm liking this. I'm liking that. That's really neat. I like that. just a little bit caught my eye. I thought, oh, I like that. Yeah, if I like it, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, now this is the start square intersection. Quite an intricate little thing as well, a lot packed in here. But let me show you how, if you come from this direction, how to get into the start square. You need to come off this slip road, you need to do the loopity round here, and then we need to go back down under the slip road, and then we need to take the next right. So we're going to take the next right, then we're going to merge in with this lane, but then we're going to go onto the roundabout and take the first exit off the roundabout, and then loop back around under the roads again, and there you are. That's how you get in there. Like it. Very, very twee, very sweet. Loops and loops and loops back around on itself a couple of times. Yeah, and let's carry on, shall we? Let's go. Almost some encroaching foliage here, but not quite. It's in the gravel alongside of the road, so that's actually okay. It was worth a little glance, and if I didn't point it out, somebody would have questioned, did that actually go on the road? Nope, did not. And then next intersection, all of the intersections really nice, swooping curves. Everything's on point. Very happy with it. Very happy with it. Yeah, now say today's map, it's definitely one for a big city build. There's plenty of options with it. Only thing that I'm gonna say I'd like to have seen maybe an extra waterway or something running through the middle of the map, just to break up the middle of the map. The map is actually broken up with forests, and oh, nice little loop around here. Good choice of pillars as well. These isn't the traditional. I imagine these might be the pillars that come with the actual roads, because we are subscribed to some custom roads. Oh, look at this! Look at that! Isn't that nice? I think so. In fact, we're going to head up this way. This isn't the way we're going to go, though, but I just want to, while we're looking at nice intersections, intersection porn today, yep. While we're having a look at intersection porn, I just want to show you this one as well. In the middle of the map, we wouldn't have come across this one because we're looping around, and this isn't anything that I would be glancing towards. But yeah, the middle of the map is broken up with forests and resource painting. And it's not anything that kind of forces you. I mean, you can always use your imagination to break away from the big grid, but yeah, I'd like to have seen maybe sort of like a small river or two breaking up the middle of the map. Other than that, I think the map's quite nice. This is really nice. And this is really nice. Just switching backwards to and fro, up into the valley, across the river, and then across the river again, and switching to and forth. It's really very pleasing, very pleasant, and good work. Very good work indeed. Again, the tree detailing along here is just enough to make things just interesting. Doesn't have to be mind-blowingly, startlingly clever or fantastic. Sometimes just a blotch of trees on a location is enough. Have got some encroaching foliage there on the line. Also, there's a bush or something underneath this line here that is just clipping through. Also, a tiny little hint of blue mantle under there as well. Well, we are right off near the edge of the map at the moment, so those things, while they are important, they are less important because certainly if you're playing the fog switched on, or you're playing the 25 tile game or the 9 tile game, you'll never see it. And you probably won't see it if you're playing the 81 tile game, because it's going to require somebody like me who's actually looking out for these things, really. And I found it. Anyway, the rail, yeah, as stated before, I've got the catenary switched on. It might well be that this map is supposed to have them switched off. I don't know. I'm not a mind reader, but it's not in the description to switch them off, so I've left it. Anyway, yeah, it's all good. Now, again, speaking of all... I'm missing catenaries here for some reason. That's bizarre. Yeah. Speaking of all good, yes, have you seen the trailer for my new series coming out, launching on Friday, episode 1 Friday. We'll be going on regular Fridays for the old Catenary Chaos here, just a little bit. If anything, that's the biggest problem with the map. And a hint of blue mantle between there, just a crack of blue mantle. Yes, if you haven't seen the trailer, there'll be one coming up in the intermission in a few moments' time. Do check it out and definitely join me on Friday, because I'd love to see you there. Don't miss my new YouTube series as I enter the world of virtual reality. Get dropped randomly somewhere in the world and have to work out, where on earth am I? Join me from Friday evenings as I get lost, go wandering and try to stick a pin into a map. Will I be around the corner or on the wrong continent? And can you do better? I'll see you then. And so back to Cold Spring by nikolavrj Jr. and the shipping routes. We have this lovely shipping route. It follows a very nice line up the middle of the river here. Goes through the middle of the pillars there, which is great. Follows a nice line up the river here. Then we have going through the pillars nicely through the middle there. Goes around the island. That's fine. And then might just have a bit of shipping clipping on that pillar there. Other than that, absolutely perfect. Right angle turning there, never a pretty thing. And, oh no, it's not a right angle, but it averages as a right angle. That angle, one direction plus the other, divided by 2. Water flow. We do have some pipes in the start square, as you can see, and we do have moving water as well if you don't want to take advantage of the pre-built infrastructure. But yes, we have some water pre-provided, and there's a dam there, which means we've got some electricity as well. But nonetheless, we have moving water, and that's also a good thing too. Right, okay, now let's have a look at some of these things. The theme is really nice, especially with the mountains. I really like it in the mountains. The tree painting down here is pretty much what I would ask for. Just looks just right. There's a little bit of lack of detailing of trees into the mountains, but I don't think that really matters. I think the actual custom theme means that you can almost get away with it. Heading up here, I mean, in places it'd be nice to have a little bit more, especially like this river valley up here. I'd like to see a bit more foliage up here, maybe. But yeah, I'm sure a little bit of paddling, wading trees there. That's what we have there. But yes, slightly less dense foliage as you're going up the river valleys might be nice. That is a really lovely metallic looking waterfall. That's very pretty, very, very pretty. Metallic's not the word I'm looking for. There is a word I'm looking for and it's gone. But yeah, it's kind of like the semi-shiny. Anyway, yeah, good work with the intersections. Beautiful intersections today. Yeah, lots of build space in that flat build plane. Just like to see it broken up, like I say, by a river or something like, just to make it a little bit more interesting, rather than just the shapes of the forests. We have a broken big old bridge, and I'd like to have seen also along here a hint of where that used to be. Maybe a bit of land work or something along here, just to say, yeah, at one point there used to be a big old bridge here, but it's crumbling away because it doesn't look like it's in process of being built. It looks like it's on the way out. Over here we have the other side. I love the way, again, you can see it's crumbling down there, so it's very clearly a falling bridge. And I kind of like that. Now, you may have noticed the pier. Yeah, something weird going on with the pier here. It's glitched into the ground. I'm pretty sure that doesn't show like that on Nico's PC. But I do have to point it out. I think probably just a tap of the smoothing tool around that would clean that up quite neatly. If anything, the only thing I'm not so keen on with this theme is the dirt track texture, because it looks like it's just like stitched together as it goes along. That's my only grumble with the theme. It's not a huge grumble. I wouldn't be using the dirt tracks that much anyway. And the Essential Lighthouse, beautifully sited, including also the old Trolls Cave there as well, which actually works in the way that Nico's used it. That's a rare thing. How often do I say I like the Trolls Cave? Yeah, very, very, very rarely. And they've done a really good job with that. Heading up here, just to show you some of the extra areas. Did say we had power and water provided. There's your power. We've got a nicely detailed roundabout here as well, with a few rocks thrown in for good measure. Good mix of foliage along here as well, some fencing. The water pumping is there, and that kind of works as well. Not so sure about the big gouge behind the pumps, but that it probably is a needs must. And yeah, I think we're good. I think we're very good. In fact, I think it's about time we took a breather and had a look at an asset. And this one is from Russia. It's 1950s. I don't know why I said Russia like that. From Russia. It's the 1950s Moscow house by Costa 667667. Yeah, this is a really lovely building. There is actually a version with a tower as well. I chose that is linked on the description page. Links obviously to all the assets, maps, etc. are in the description of each video. But yes, if you want the one with the tower, follow the link across to the workshop page, and there's a link to the tower version over there as well. Factoids, because factoids. Georgius of Epirus was born during the funeral of his mother. Think about that for a minute. Born during the funeral of your mother. Apparently, it's called a coffin birth, and it's the build-up of the body gases, which basically forces the child out, which is very pleasant if you think about it. No, not really. Anyway, the 1950s Moscow house by Costa 667. That is a must-have as well. I've got so many must-haves on the workshop. Another one for me. Thank you very much. Good work. Very, very good work indeed. Speaking of good work, what do you think of this work? The map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen to take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. What do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, I'm trying to find a good location. Set up the camera, BonBonB. Aesthetically, I like it. I don't love it. I like it. I think it could be more interesting. But I think it's, certainly with the custom theme, it really makes it pop. I'm going to go 4 stars, but I think I've got to go low 4. So a low 4 for aesthetics. Detailing, on the whole, excellent standards. I think it could be a lot more so though. So again, I think I'm going to go 4 stars. I'm going to go low 4, but not quite as low as the aesthetics. I think there's certainly earns their stars here. Gameplay potential, pretty playable. I think nothing wrong with it. I think it could be a little bit more interesting in the middle of the park, but other than that, very strong. I'm going to go for a middle 4 because I would be quite happy to play this one. No issues at all. Cold Spring by nikolavrj Jr. That's a very nice all to 4s, and while I'm not super excited, I still think it deserves a seal of approval because there's nothing wrong with it. It's a big city build. If you want to do a big city build, I think this one's probably the best one of the year so far for that. Wow, we got there. We got there. Wow. And yeah, Nico, keep them coming, my friends. Keep them coming. It's the 5th time on the show and the 4th time that you've got 12 stars or more. So you've got something about you, my friend. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. Use the word of the day into the comments to score yourself 100 population points just for fun. And we'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What Map series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.